67 degrees indoors, 67 degrees outdoors. Same indoor-outdoor thermometer I had growing up right here with the windows open yesterday. Got down here, it was kind of warm. It was actually hot. Wait till you see what the temperature was yesterday. 8:30 in the morning, T-Rex. We're back in Bass River Beauty House. And there's Bass River, and there's the beauty. Well, it's kind of pretty. Altocumulus clouds, multi-layered clouds. We've got some mid-level, and let's see, the lower level there, it's probably about maybe 8,000 or 9,000 feet. Then above that, probably about 12,000 feet. We have layers, and we have waves in the sky. See, up in the sky, the wind is still from the west, but down near the ground, the wind is from the east. A very interesting dynamic going on right now. So it's actually warmer up in the sky than it is down near the ground. Summit of Mount Washington this morning. Temperature profile, 44 at the base and 47 at the summit. Yeah, it gets warmer as you go up the top of the mountain. Got some beauty shots from the mountains this morning. I wanted to get the Wildcat cam, but it was all fogged up. That's what happens when you have a rapid change in temperature and humidity, as we have in the last 24 hours. And there's the tower cam. And also, how about a look at Mount Mansfield? It's all green. The Green Mountains are still green. There's a few shades of color being shared by some of our friends in northern New England. Quite an enigmatic day yesterday. I talked about it befuddling, perplexing, how we could have the hottest day since August 3rd. Yesterday was 91 in Boston and a little warmer in Norwood and Taunton. That's the warmest day since, our hottest day since August 3rd. We started off the month very warm. And the average temperature for the month actually is slightly below the climatological average for August. And with this chilly weather coming in last night, August may go in the books as cooler than average. Very unusual. And talk about unusual. How about having a front that brings in air that's going to be 20 degrees colder today than yesterday? That front came through here without any rain. That is so unusual, especially given this season. The front now is just off to the south. Here's the satellite imagery. First thing this morning, clouds are fairly thick still here from Cape Cod to Connecticut, as the cool layer of high pressure only undermines the warmth, so there's still a boundary over our head. But as the sun gets higher, these kind of clouds usually evaporate. Look at the temperature across New England as the sun came up this morning. It was still 70 in Danbury, Connecticut. Wind from the northeast here in southern New England. It's not very windy at all, though, right now. And then where it was calm in north central Maine, 37 degrees this morning at Turner Brook, Maine. So quite a gradient. And that front really surprised me in so many ways. Remember yesterday we talked about the severe weather threat. 2 days ago it was supposed to be in Connecticut. Yesterday it was supposed to be in Pennsylvania. Well, look how many severe storms there were yesterday in Pennsylvania. Oh, none. That's very unusual for the Severe Storm Prediction Center to say there were going to be severe thunderstorms, and there was only one in New Jersey. The place for the severe weather yesterday was on the North Dakota-South Dakota border. Some fantastic imagery coming out of North Dakota and South Dakota with supercell thunderstorms and tornadoes. And how cool is X that we have Aaron J. Jack chasing the tornado in North Dakota, and that's posted right below James Reynolds, who is chasing who was in the center of Typhoon Shanshan in southern Japan yesterday. So some extreme weather happening somewhere all the time, and now with the internet we can see it instantaneously. That's one of the reasons that it feels like there's a lot more extreme weather these days, doesn't it? How about some extreme beauty? Now, I'm about 12 miles away from this scene, and it was about three hours ago. Darius and Eunice at Nauset Harbor. I didn't even know you could get boats in and out of Nauset Harbor. Beautiful. Thank you, Darius, for sharing as you do every morning. And by the way, Darius, I'll be in Wellfleet this whole next week. Vacation week for me. What's going to happen? Well, these clouds are burning off for the most part. Let's look at the Boston 5-day meteogram from the Euro. There's the high temperature today, only near 70. Wow, 20 degrees cooler than yesterday, and there's hardly any wind. And there are a few clouds, but for the most part, mostly sunny from Boston and points north. And the dew point stays in the 50s. Tomorrow looks like a gorgeous day. The wind's out of the east-southeast, and then the clouds are going to thicken up, and that return of the warmer air is going to come in with quite a bit of action over the weekend. As you know, we've been tracking that. First, let's go to the HRRR, which did such a good day, good job 48 hours ago, saying that yesterday was going to be quiet. Now look at this. It's saying that not so quiet, New York, Pennsylvania, as that front tries to lift back as a warm front, with showers and thunderstorms possible late today. And then tonight, they kind of weaken a little bit. And then tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms are likely in southwestern Connecticut. That's the return of the warmer air coming back at the northeast. I don't think it's going to get hot again. The heat advisories have now been displaced way off to the south. Oh, and while I show the advisories map, the orange in the east, that's the heat advisories over the mid-Atlantic. And in Montana this morning, there is a winter weather advisory and a hard freeze warning in Montana. That may be a taste of some of the air that comes our way next week. So let's put the maps into motion here and go with the Euro for the next 240 hours. That cool pool near Montana is going to go into Canada, and there's going to be low pressure ahead of that. And if I go right through tomorrow and stop it again at 10 a.m. on Saturday, that's only about 48 hours from now, that Montana wave is north of Minnesota. It is about 1,008 millibar low with a lot of packing there. And the reason I'm pointing that out is because it's going to play a role in our weekend forecast. Then over New England, the front that we've been talking about is still like yesterday, stalled up near Montreal, not moving very much, and that's probably better news for our Saturday, but not good news for Sunday. The front is only going to slowly move in the direction of the coast, so showers and thunderstorms Saturday morning in northern New England, pressing south, probably not getting to Connecticut to Cape Cod until late in the day and at night. And now if we put this maps back in motion, I'm going to go slowly here because it looks like some wild changes for us with that front kind of just falling apart and a new front forming. We're going to have cyclogenesis happening north of us, and that's going to push a serious colder front, but probably drier front through here Sunday into Monday. Now I'm going to stop at Monday at 10 a.m. So here we are 48 hours from that last time I stopped it, and now that low that was 1,008 millibars is down to 985 millibars north of New England, and all of a sudden you have a cold front south of us and windy weather from the north on Labor Day. A 1027 high, 985 low. That's quite a pressure gradient. Wind is air moving from high to low, but it spins because the earth is spinning, and it's going to be windy and bright with temperatures only slowly cooling here on Cape Cod. But put it back into motion, by Tuesday morning we may have record challenging low temperatures, colder than this morning in Maine, and with a breeze. It's not really until Tuesday night and Wednesday that breeze will let up, and when that does happen, a cool shot for Monday, Tuesday, typical Labor Day, is going to reverse to just nice seasonable September weather with a high pressure system over us most of next week. And that looks really good, and it'll probably be an onshore flow. And doesn't it figure, no matter where you go, there's going to be noise. I'm hoping my noise canceling machine is helping, but we've got some serious pruning going on in the neighborhood this morning. Let's go check this thermometer. This one, when I got down here yesterday, said 110 degrees. It says 68 this morning. Can you see it? There's a reflection there. And we had an inch and a half of rain a few days ago, but yesterday in Weymouth we could have used some rain, did not get any. These poor geraniums, I don't know what happened to these guys. First they had 2 inches of rain, then it was 90, and then this morning it was in the 60s. They'll be okay. I'm one of those people that just kind of keeps plants going regardless of I think they're all beautiful. I love all the plants. And what about T-Rex? He's being so patient down there. T-Rex and I came down from Weymouth yesterday where it was so windy and so hot, and it was not that windy down here. We went to Mayflower Beach yesterday, so I'm going to leave you with the end more from Mayflower Beach. I really appreciate all the comments. Everybody got people watching Connecticut, Virginia, and saying that they love the long-form meteorology. Well, I'm glad there's an audience, and eventually here I'm going to have to start offering a subscription and have some tiered services, because these things do take me about 4 hours a day, and YouTube pays me about 90 cents a day. So hopefully you're going to be eager to subscribe to Out the Door, Weather, and more. Here is yesterday, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
220, 87 degrees, plenty of wind blowing the pussy willow around from the west.
Sticky, nothing on the radar, just chunky cumulus not producing.
Vexing, befuddling.
utterly captivating New England weather. Let's go south, T-Rex. 17.8 miles to the Sagamore Bridge, T-Rex. We've got a major traffic wave on both sides of Route 3 over here. I think we've got an incident. Kingston. I think Rex. Is it okay that way? That doesn't look good. Get Alexis down the median. Skid marks. Looks like they were moving pretty fast. Spun around. Looks like a single car stretches out. Airbags deployed. Vehicle. And the traffic has eased. Hope everyone was alright. It's that beautiful sand pit. Still mining the sand. Gorgeous, this trucking on the vein. But more importantly, we've got convection toward Cape Cod. This is more like it. And we've kind of gone around that convection that's forming over Cape Cod Bay again today. This should be interesting. Happy to be back on Cape Cod. Just hot. Yeah, it says 87 on the thermometer here at Lewis Bay in Hyannis. Plenty warm today. I can't see that convection anymore, but let's head toward it and see what happens.
What's that?
Rex, who's that?
Who's that? Look at these turkeys.
There they are.
Look, look.
They're getting bigger. Rex is indifferent. He could be standing next to turkeys. He doesn't even care anymore. Back in South Dennis, looks like what, 109 degrees? Feels like it. It's a little bit in the sun, but I think it's pretty close to 90 on Cape Cod, where there is no air moving. It's still, and that backdoor cold front still north of us. There's Chris and Maggie. Always want new dogs for out the door weather and more. Okay, my Enmore fans, I hear some birds, and there's a chickadee. We commented how there were no chickadees this summer. Oh, of course he's not talking now. I think they live in that cedar, which is kind of melded into a maple.
All right.
Chickadee-dee-dee. Got to Mayflower Beach just in time to see the convection that the HRRR had forecast. I don't see any raindrops, but we have crepuscular rays and gulls pointed to the north as the backdoor front comes through. It's actually 92 degrees in Taunton with a dew point of 70. So I don't think lack of moisture or heat was a problem in producing severe weather today. And that's Charlie Brown giving advice to his people. 5:38, breaking news. We did get a raindrop. It just rained one drop. Can you confirm that, Charlie Brown?
It did rain. I felt 3.
3 raindrops. All right. Despite nothing on the radar, talented volleyball players over here. They were just keeping that ball up for some time, and it stopped. And a very talented Stanley pacing the grounds for treasures. He said he found an 1821 Brazilian coin. The breeze has just come in from the north, so it's a backdoor cold front, and it's not cold. It's just really nice with no wind here. And admiring the skills of these young people and their volleyball. So why don't we play it out with a time lapse from Weymouth and the sound of the volleyball.